Hey, okay, all right, there's no national commission to say, okay, listen, I want you in my office Monday morning. We're going to watch this. You got to explain to me what the hell you did here or what you didn't do because you didn't give an 8 count. You let him go to the corner. Last I checked, the rules have not changed in boxing. There are no timeouts. What did you do? Why did you do that? And if I don't get the right answer, you're suspended. You're suspended.
He got away with it. But the sport let him get away with it. There's nothing wrong with the fighters. It's the administrators of this sport that there's a lot wrong with. And there is. And you see it. And we shouldn't keep seeing it. It's got to be stopped. A referee, that is not in the rule book. You get hit with a jab. I know there was a second or two in between. Sometimes you see a delay, knockdown, whatever. The punch didn't hurt him. I understand that. But he got hit a jab, and then a second, 2 seconds later, he takes a knee. Guess what? I'm sorry. That constitutes a knockdown. Your knee goes down.
Veteran boxing trainer Teddy Atlas has just dropped a bombshell with his assessment of the Davis versus Roach fight. Given his expert eye for detail, Atlas can spot things that casual fans and observers might miss, making his insight invaluable to the boxing community. Unlike many hot takes that spark controversy, Atlas's perspective is respected for its depth and honesty. And here's what he had to say about the fight.
Down after a punch somewhere around there. That's a knockdown. There is, again, we're not in football. There are no fair catches here. You know what I mean? And if it was, to your point last night when I said it, it would be a touchback. You know what I mean? It would, if you took a knee in a certain situation, it would be a touchback. There were rules for a reason. Unless even Crawford came out, the great Terrence Crawford.
Weighing in on the highly controversial Davis versus Roach fight, Teddy Atlas has shared his thoughts on who he believed deserved the win when the final bell rang. Speaking on his YouTube channel, The Fight with Teddy Atlas, the veteran trainer admitted that while the fight was very close, he ultimately felt Roach had done enough to get the victory. Asterisk, listen, I'm not saying it wasn't a close fight. It was, but I think I have to give it to Roach. I'd need to watch it again to be completely sure, but right now, I've got Roach winning. Asterisk, as for the controversial knee that wasn't ruled a knockdown, Atlas didn't hold back, placing the blame squarely on the referee's decision-making.
Came out. The great Terrence Crawford, pound for pound, one of the best fighters in the world, in the top 3 between him, Inoue, and Usyk, right? I got Usyk first. I got him and Inoue right there. I think Usyk deserves to be first after what he's done, putting together the heavyweight title, the whole thing, the whole shebang. But Crawford came out and said, I didn't know that was a rule. I guess I was sleeping when they passed that one. I guess I was taking a nap, or maybe I was out doing road work.
What you was thinking when Tank did that when he took the knee? What you was thinking when he took the knee?
I can't speak on it.
Can't think on that? He did some bullshit though?
I can't speak on it.
No personal opinion, nothing?
Yeah, especially.
Asterisk, he took a knee. He got hit with a jab before that. It technically counted as a knockdown. The referee blew it. He absolutely blew that call. That's a 10-8 round, and Roach should be the champion right now. Asterisk, Teddy Atlas didn't hold back as he continued his critique, particularly when discussing the controversial 9th round. Asterisk, I said it before, this isn't the Indianapolis 500. You don't get to pull into pit row because your oil needs changing, your tires need swapping, or you need grease wiped from your eye. There's no pit row in boxing. Tank went down on a knee, and Roach, give him credit, could have gone after him. Or maybe you say he should have, because the rule is clear. Defend yourself at all times. He would have been well within his rights to attack. Asterisk.
But definitely we need better refs that assure themselves, knowing how to make a decision, know they're making the right decision, emboldened to make that decision. I think that, I don't know that he would have let Roach.
Asterisk. I've seen fighters land shots on opponents who are turning away or walking off. The referee doesn't stop it unless the bell rings or he physically steps in. If you're in a fight, you have the right to throw punches until you're told otherwise. Asterisk. Atlas continued, emphasizing that Roach had every right to take advantage of the moment. Asterisk. Roach was a gentleman, a sportsman. I give him credit for that. But when Tank turned his back, Roach could have landed a left hook or maybe a straight left since he's a southpaw. Whatever the shot, it was within his right to pursue and throw. Who knows? Maybe he catches Tank and scores a knockdown.
He's out doing road work. He didn't say that, by the way. I'm just adding that to it. But I must have been busy doing something when that rule. That is not a rule. I said it earlier. This is not the Indianapolis 500. You can't go into pit row. That you need.
Pointing out the real issue, Atlas didn't hold back. Asterisk, who was in the wrong? Tank and the referee. Tank was allowed to take a knee, walk to his corner, get whatever was obstructing his vision wiped away, and then return to the fight like nothing happened. That shouldn't have been allowed. If the referee had scored that round 10-8, as he should have, because taking a knee is a knockdown, whether Tank was hurt or not, Roach wouldn't have walked away with a draw. He would have been the champion right now. And let's be real, a lot of people holding those plus 900 tickets would be feeling pretty good about it. Asterisk, despite Atlas's relatively measured take, many in the boxing world see the March 1st fight between Gervonta, Tank Davis, and Lamont Roach Jr. as one of the most controversial bouts in recent memory. Nearly everyone in the sport has criticized referee Steve Willis for his questionable officiating, allowing Davis to head to his corner mid-round without consequence and failing to dock him a point for taking a knee. The takeaway? Boxing needs better refs.
We need better refs. We need more educated refs, whatever you want, trained refs. I'm not going to say honest because I don't know if honesty had something to do with it. I don't know.
What's worse is that this fight will leave a bitter taste in the mouths of boxing fans, at least until the rumored rematch happens. Davis managed to escape with a majority draw, but if the knockdown had been properly called, Roach would have walked away as the rightful winner. Boxing legend Teddy Atlas didn't shy away from criticizing the atrocious refereeing, sharing the same frustration as many in the sport. However, in a recent episode of the Fight with Teddy Atlas podcast, the former trainer also offered a more optimistic take. That was high-level boxing. Atlas said of the Davis versus Roach showdown. Asterisk, that was two guys at the highest level showcasing their skills and everything that comes with it. People might focus on the controversy, but that was the sweet science at its best.
We placed there two quality fighters, short punches, put them together on the inside. That's science. I know a lot of people say, no, Teddy, that's fire. That's offense. That's aggression. No, that's...
He later elaborated, asterisk, when you're in the thick of battle, right in the heart of the fire, and you don't get burned, you don't get torched, you don't get scorched, that's high-level boxing. That's the sweetest of the sweet science. I just marveled at it. These two guys, my goodness, there was no room for error. Both, especially Tank, are so dangerous. One mistake, one clean punch, bang, and it's all over. Asterisk. Atlas wrapped up his thoughts by saying, asterisk, I appreciated that fight. They did their thing. Asterisk, but he didn't stop there. He posed an interesting question. Asterisk, is it possible that Tank went like everyone else, expecting an easy night? He was a massive minus 1,600 favorite. Maybe, even subconsciously, he believed it would be a walk in the park. He didn't want to, but that kind of mindset sneaks in sometimes. And at the end of the day, it was Roach who made him have an off night. Asterisk.
That's the sweet science. You can do the sweet science and be aggressive. You don't have to do it on the outside only. You don't have to do it only, with separation. You don't have to do it only.
Of course, a boxing veteran as esteemed as Teddy Atlas wouldn't just limit his commentary to a brief post-fight reaction. While immediate reactions often happen quickly and in any setting, this time was different. On his podcast, Atlas didn't just offer praise. He delivered an insightful, in-depth breakdown of the Davis versus Roach fight 2 weeks after the dust had settled. Kicking off his analysis, the legendary trainer and analyst revealed his take on who truly won the fight. Asterisk, Roach had the right game plan. He was longer, bigger, taller. He used the jab effectively from the outside and controlled the distance. That was his geography, and he fought with it well. Then, he started shrinking the ring, moving inside, which to be honest, I didn't think he should do. I wasn't sure if he could pull it off. That was dangerous territory for him, and it was, but he was prepared for it. Asterisk. Atlas continued. Asterisk. I originally thought his best bet was staying outside, using that jab to set traps. See if he could make Tank, a buttoned-up fighter who rarely makes mistakes, get over anxious, frustrated, or walk into a counter. And to his credit, Roach executed that strategy better than most expected. Asterisk.
Where it's everybody in the world can see it, where You're setting traps all night long. You can set traps while you're pressing a fight too, on the inside. Force the guy to open up and then beat him.
Teddy Atlas admired Lamont Roach's bravery and his ability to neutralize a fighter as dangerous as Tank Davis. Asterisk, don't walk into the lion's den unless you're ready. You might get your head bitten off like so many others have. But Roach went the right way, behind a tight guard, using his jab, doing classic Joe Louis stuff. I love Joe Louis. He threw the cleanest, shortest right hands you'll ever see. Straight, compact, no waste of motion, no openings for a counter. Asterisk, extend in comparison. Atlas continued. Asterisk, Roach threw those same types of right hands and left hooks. Short, precise, no room for error. If you're going to step inside against a guy as explosive as Tank, you have to keep your defense tight and throw punches with no air between them. No space for his quick, powerful hands to slip through. Roach did exactly that, and because of it,
It's the shot. Throw short shots inside his little wider shots. That was the sweet science. That was high level fight. High level boxing. Really,
Yeah, that was a really good
high-level
fight.
stuff. High level stuff where there was no room for